Hello everybody, CVH here, and today we're going to be doing our first ever Deck Doctor video for the YouTube channel, where I take a look at one user-submitted deck, play a couple games with it on the ladder, test it out a bit, get a feel for how it works, and offer my improvements, then play another game with it and see if we maybe did improve it. So hopefully you guys find this series fun. Much like the Budgetify series, my main goal is to talk about how I replace cards, but of course if we can win some games along the way, that's awesome too, and of course showcase some of the awesome decks you guys submitted. I'll comment in the description about how you guys can go about submitting your own decks for the future installments of this series. For today, though, we're going to be taking a look at a deck submitted by @2Maggie2 on Twitter. This is a Skeever Infestation Crusader deck. Skeever Infestation, this card obviously from the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood, summons a 1/1 Skeever in each lane with power and health equal to the number of infestations you've played. So the first one summons the 1/1s, then you get 2/2s, 3/3s, and so on. So this is a control Crusader deck that's going to be trying to go very long in the game, take it to the very late game. As you can see, we have the Manticoras, the Marak, the Odoving, the Dawn's Wraths, typical control cards. All the while, the gimmick sort of is taking advantage of Skeever Infestation as the game goes longer. We'll be drawing more and more copies since the Skeever Infestation shuffles 2 copies of itself into the deck. So as long as the game goes longer, this card will just get played turn after turn, and we'll take over the board with Skeever Infestations, taking advantage of them using cards like Mundastone and 5th Legion Trainer and Bruma Profiteer, and hopefully just ending the game with our giant wall of Skeevers. So let's get a game with it and see how it handles. Just casually playing a Skeever Infestation deck at top 20 Legend. This is what life has come to. Ooh, alright, so it's Mage. I think this is probably good for us, actually. Control Mage is probably one of our better matchups since the game's going to go long, and if we do get the Mundastone online, probably won't have an answer for it. If it's the aggressive Mage, we might have some problems, but we do have the Execute, Hive Defender, and the Ring of Magica. Seems fine. I gotta make myself smaller.
Welcome, friend. May you walk on warm sands.
So we're gonna hope it's Control Mage. That has to be like one of his worst matchups, right? And we have the benefit of him having no idea what we're gonna be doing.
Careful there, friend.
Oh, we can just use this to answer the Ward Crafter. That way if he plays Daggerfall Mage this turn, we have Execute for that.
Your blood will spill.
I think we'll just be playing good old Hive Defender. Still not totally sure if this is a more aggressive or defensive Mage deck.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Pretty sick Execute. I think we can hold off playing Morkel Gatekeeper.
May the ancestors bless us.
We found a good Gatekeeper. Unfortunately, he's going to be able to trade, or he's going to be able to Firebolt my Gatekeeper, or he's going to Firebolt the Bruma if I play it now. I think that's okay.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
I have played a similar deck somewhat recently with Rothgar Forges and Unstoppable Rages. Again, a Crusader deck trying to keep the game going long, just taking advantage of it in a different way. So that pretty much confirms that it's a very, very defensive Control Mage deck, and that's good news for us, I think. We got a good Rapid Shot, too. Gotta draw those Skeevers, man. That's the whole point. Shadowmere. I mean, I guess I'm supposed to jam it out there.
Honor and blood.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
I mean, I guess I can hit a bit early, and seems kind of silly not to. We're not playing Pillaging Tribune, so I guess it won't punish us. Now he's confused, right? Now he's definitely confused.
So it has
Another Fate Weaver from hand. Two Penitus Oculatus Agents. These are one of the cards I was worried might be dead in our hand. Yep. Would have been really good against the Daggerfall Mage, so I guess we can save the other 2 copies. Don't really need to do anything yet. I really need to draw Skeevers, though. That's the main thing. Get the opponent's deck up there over there, using the deck tracker. You can find it on legends-decks.com. There should be an article about it. I've been using it recently. It's a really nice feature. In fact, I'm going to move the opponent's deck up here. And I guess giving him 1 card early for the East March activation would have been kind of nice. At the moment, I don't think I really need to do anything, though. It's such a weird deck to play in this situation. I would like to try to find some more consistent draw options, though. Crusader really doesn't have good draw cards, though.
Your blood will spill!
Now that plays into Dawn's Wrath, I guess. Might as well do it, 3 for 1. Super heavy on the prophecies. Man, I just don't want to do anything. This is so awkward. This is so incredibly awkward. I mean, do you think he's playing Atromancers? Because he hit me down to 26 really quickly. If he's playing Supreme Atromancers, he will be giving me a card with them. Dude, where are the Skeevers? I guess I can play this.
None defile our temple.
It's probably right to break the first rune, if we can get in there for a bit. Draw a card off the East Marches. Or the one East March we have so far.
Let none defile our temple.
We could Oculatus Agent the 3/3. I don't want to use Manticore or Maroc. That's just such an investment. Well, if we did play Manticore, it would give us a board, which we could then start hitting them with.
I shall end their blasphemy.
I'm kind of asking for it. That can happen too. I could steal it, play Maroc in the left. I feel bad using all my big finishers this quickly, but I have to remember that the true finisher in this deck is Skeever Infestation. That's the true game plan.
I shall end their blasphemy. Let none defile our temple.
He's valuing that higher. That's interesting. That's pretty interesting. Well, if you played Oculatus Agent over here and still guard, you get in for 6. That's still not enough to draw a card off my East March, unfortunately. So I just can't do that this turn. I mean, then he's just going to trade in. I could jab it. That sounds horrible. Earthbounding, that sounds wasteful. This would be going fantastically if I'd even played one copy of Skeever Infestation, so I really want that card draw. I don't want a Belligerent Shiny. He's just going to heal again. I guess I do have to jab it. It's so awkward. It's unreal how awkward that is. Nah, if I jab that, if he plays Zodaving, what do I do? Dawn's Wrath, I guess. It does keep my 6/3 alive, which is somewhat hard to answer, I guess. Alright, one more damage, and we are finally drawing a card. Exciting stuff for turn 12, really. Control decks. Sparks are flying, guys.
Your Thuum is no match for mine.
Zodaving. Wonder why you put it in that lane. Does he want me to Dawn's Wrath? Damn, I can't take the bait like that. Guess I can just put this over here. It's so weird. It's so weird, guys. Well, what's the worst he can do? Hit me for 10? Give me a couple Skeevers? You know, I don't even know how this deck tracker handles Skeever Infestation and cards that shuffle other cards in. I really haven't tested it yet. Wow, he's just going in. I've seen 19 cards, Gabe. Where are my Skeevers? Not there. This is unpleasant. I need the cards. He's hitting me, I get to hit him, I get to East March. But now Skeever's not even good. We're getting pressured by Prophecy Control Mage. Oh. Alright, more cool Gatekeeper. I don't want to walk into his Dawn's Wrath. I guess I put this over here and buff it up, right?
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
I could draw another one. The last one. Does it not know that I drew a card from a Prophecy there? Finding little bugs with the deck tracker. Alright, there's a Skeever Infestation. So if we're going to draw cards, we need to play the Skeever Infestation first. We actually could have a pretty explosive turn. Well, let's see what happens when we do that first. Oh, I should have smacked before I Skeevered, but it's alright. That part is alright. And then we should consider... We could consider the possibility of Belligerent Giant. We could Penny Oculatus Agent to 6/6. Go face for another 4, I guess. Give us another guard too. Nah, I kind of like smacking it. Well, let's draw a card first.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Alright.
We'll hold, no matter what. Honor and blood.
For the Emperor.
So I'll just hope that they trade. That is a big hope. Maybe he knows my plan now. I already used Odiving and 1 Ice Storm. Yeah, he's just going. He probably has Atromans or Lightning Bolts. Or Dark Harvesters. It's fine too, I guess.
Be on your guard.
I just can't go to 8. I'm gonna get double Lightning Bolted if I get to 8. Even with the Bruma. I shouldn't have played the first Bruma. I didn't really need to play the first Bruma.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh man, he just bolted my face. Not really happy about that. I mean, I guess theoretically we could hit a bit and try to set up lethal. Worst case scenario, he gives me something to belligerent giant back. Not worried about him bolting this, I'm worried about him bolting my face. So I guess we can hit for 5.
Don't make me laugh.
I still pretty much have to play all the guards. Should kill him next turn, theoretically. I could just play these 3. 4 plus 6, 11 damage added to this. I mean, I'm kind of just going all in at this point.
Training is over. It's
like
time
our
to
arms.
act.
He already played Odiving, and we kind of have a 1-turn window to kill him, I think. We might just be already dead.
Elements, I summon thee.
Three magic left, I don't think that kills me. Yeah, Skeevers.
By the
That's what we
8th,
need.
they will meet their maker.
Oh wait, what am I talking about? I didn't see my magic. I didn't see my health total right, I guess. For some reason I thought I needed 2 things there. Well, that was kind of disappointing. I feel like that's one of our better matchups and we wound up losing it. So let me edit the deck, see what we can do about this. Alright, so there are a couple cards I don't totally understand in this list, the first of which is Shadowmere, so I will be cutting Shadowmere. I understand the 5th Legion trainers, but as much as I like the concept, we're really not making too many tokens beside the Skeevers, and their initial power doesn't really matter too much. They're going to get huge if we accomplish our game plan and stall enough anyway. I don't think we're going to need or really care about the 1 extra attack value. It was kind of a cute answer to the Wordcrafter. Besides that, I don't think the 5th Legion really fits in too well with our strategy. The Skeevers are just going to carry us in an ideal world anyway, and we're playing for the ideal world for sure. Panitas Oculatus Agent, theoretically good against some things, but I can find more consistent cards, I think. I would like to find some more consistent draw. That's going to be a pretty tough one to do. So I want to add in 3 copies of Protector of the Innocent. I'm even including this over Rifthane. Rifthane is another versatile, really solid 2-drop for Crusader. But I've kind of been sold on the Protector recently when I was playing the other Control Crusader with the Hrothgar Forges. Give us another solid Prophecy, just a solid defensive option in the early game. You could also maybe consider even Priest of the Moons. I think I'd rather have the Guard more often than not, also trade slightly better, but the Priest of the Moons isn't really that bad for this kind of deck. If we were playing Unstoppable Rage, obviously Ravenous Hunger, but besides that I'm not a huge fan. Now I really want to add some copies of Cloudrest Illusionist, just a really, really solid 4-cost, oops there it is, really solid 4-cost and a really solid Prophecy, has super good synergy with our Executes. Virtually every control deck would want to play this combo if it has the space, and I think we definitely do have the space after taking out the Oculatus agents, and as much as I love Tyr, you know, objectively Mundus Stone is probably, I don't know, worse than Tyr in a deck that wants to be super consistent, but this card has really good synergy with our Skeever infestations. If we're going to accomplish our game plan of playing a billion Skeevers, getting a billion keywords wouldn't be bad either. But I think Cloudrest can really help us stave off some early pressure, and I think it can help us remove some things by trading efficiently, using the Execute, so I think it should probably be in this deck. Felt like we had a little bit of a light Prophecy count, so hopefully that fixes that. And as much as Belligerent Giant is insane, I think for this deck I'd rather play its bigger brother Vigilant Giant. So 2 copies of Vigilant. That'll give us, I don't want to say consistent card draw because it's still far from consistent, but a little bit more card draw. Hopefully we can take control of the board with everything else we've played up to that point. And Belligerent, while it's good for pressuring in the very late game, this is also a huge beat stick. And the guard can help us stabilize against faster decks, and we can, draw those cards consistently, hopefully, and actually get to our Skeevers. Our opponent gave us a lot of time that last game. We just couldn't actually find anything because we had a lot of answers and not a whole lot to answer. Well, hopefully Vigilant Giant functions as an answer and a way to find our Skeevers. So let's play another game, and hopefully it'll go a little bit better. Sick, we got Lateralis. I'm sure he's pushing for the higher ranks. Oh, 69. He's found the best rank. Sorcerer. I think he's tryharding today. So if he's playing a super tryhard deck, it's probably mid-range Sorcerer, which I know he likes a lot more than item Sorcerer. I'm gonna draw my Skeevers this time.
May you walk on warm sands.
I like Hive Defender with the ring against aggressive decks. If I know they're aggressive, Execute's great against Sorcerer in general. So hopefully this hand gets us there. Hopefully we can draw some Skeevers.
By Arcade's beard, this day will be mine.
Let's do it.
Superb work.
Let's shed some light on the
Hit the
problem.
Cunning Ally. Our deck doesn't care too much about Firebolt, but it is still a little bit annoying.
I keep a spare blade in my boot. I have
Takes a good amount of cards to get through Hive Defender. Now let's play another one. Definitely would rather do that than play Crushing Blow on a 2-1.
Superb work.
Hive Defender's good. Another Firebolt. He's like, I'm getting him for that 2 damage. He probably has Black Room Necromancer or Royal Sage or something. It's just contest with a 3-3. If he plays Royal Sage and he gets charged, we weren't meant to win. It's 2 bolts down. You don't hate to see that. He's running low on cards. I feel like his next card is going to be a good one. I feel like he likes the 3 Atromancer version, maybe just 2 Bone Colossus, but he's probably going to be playing a Bone Colossus pretty quickly. So I might just play Rapid Shot on this now. Save some of my life. No sense to needlessly take 2 damage turn after turn. And next turn, if he Bone Colossus, I might have to play a Jab, but if he doesn't, I can ring into Vigilant Giant.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
So we'll see how this new edition pans out for us. Seeing 2 bolts, this is unlikely to just straight up die this turn. It could get silenced, but we're at a pretty high life total. Hey Skeevers, wouldn't mind coming across a couple of you so we can have a win condition? What is a win condition anyway? Just mindless. Alright, well, again, East March is dead. This is like a running theme. This is such a necessary evil for the deck, though. Maybe you take out one and play a 3rd Vigilant Giant even. That sounds absurdly greedy. Just absurdly greedy. Execute the 2-5 and chill? Do I play Bruma? I don't think I play Bruma without getting value. It's holding down this lane. God, he's just going to play Atromancer, isn't he? He's going to play Atromancer on me. Not that that's horrible for me. We can answer it. Somewhat. Maybe I just play East March for tempo.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Maybe I should have played the Bruma too for tempo. We don't need all the tempo. We could have used the 1 heal, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have Atron. He just hits me for 2 here.
Do not test me.
Yeah, okay.
I summon
Well, East March kills the 5-3 in this lane. And we can kill the Atro and the other 5-3. I actively want to take a little bit of face damage so I can get Skeevers. It's not a Skeever. If I use this to draw, I could kill the 2-1, but I don't really care. I could play Bruma right, Protector left, trade there, and just use a Crushing Blow on that 3-3. He has 7 staring me down. That would potentially give me 2 more cards even after I heal for 1. I'd have things in the left to take care of the next 5-3 if he plays another Atro.
There's a plan.
I'm feeling
There's
lucky.
always a
We'll
plan.
see how they
Don't
like
make
someone
me
who
laugh.
fights back.
Yeah, you want to take care of that one because he probably has another outro. It would not be unlikely. I don't know, he might need to rapid shot the 2-1, but I don't want to do it yet. I want to encourage him to hit me and give me 2 cards here. That's a good card. That's a good card too. We can use that to trade with the 5-3.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Elements number 2.
Elements, I summon thee.
Skeever Infestation just has a knack for being right on time.
Honor and blood. As long as I draw breath.
And that was a joke.
Foil my plan.
But we are at 13. Let's see if he has the 3rd copy of Supreme Atromancer. Which one of us is better at drawing our win condition? To be fair, I have drawn the first Skeever Infestation. Yeah, he's definitely ahead in life.
I see you're in need of my wisdom. I see you're in need of my wisdom. You can't escape.
Royal Sage is what happened when they outsourced to the Blizzard development team.
Like someone who fights back.
Well, things are going really well until the double Royal Sage. Double Atromancer is fine with me. We can prepare for that one. That one does the same thing every time. We can kill the boards. And then we have 0 things on board to answer the next whatever he plays. Yeah, I just have to kill everything. I wish there were any better way to do this. It doesn't seem to be.
I'm feeling lucky.
Superb work.
I'm not sure what he's probably holding like 1 copy of Lightning Bolt. Any creature I'd probably just jammed to my face. Interesting that I didn't play that last turn, right? Kind of.
Sweeter the victory.
I need to keep track of my Skeevers, actually. Because this thing isn't going to keep track for me. The breakthrough on this is actually killing me right now. But I guess I don't have to attack, right? I can let him do it. I just Mana Core the Mammoth. And, pass. Seems fine, actually. Yeah, 4 Skeevers in my deck right now. Well, 4 Skeevers total plus this one. 4 Skeevers including this one.
I see you're in need of my wisdom.
Most
No
unfortunate.
lethals in that one, I believe. That's good.
Unfortunate.
We drew our win condition. I guess I'll hit for 2. Ugh, 3rd Atromancer, 3rd Lightning Bolt. I mean, at least he only played 2 of each so far. Already played 2 of each, I mean. 32 cards left, 2 cards directly kill me. It's a 1 in 16, here we go.
You can't escape.
Oh, Knight of the Hour, where were you?
By the 8th,
Oh,
they will
thank
meet
God.
their makers.
I would still take a Knight of the Hour top deck. I guess I just play this too.
They like someone who fights back.
don't think we can try to kill him next turn. I could have hit for a little bit. That's really risky, in my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. We can answer any creature he got. Alright, well. Good removal for him there. 17 on board, so if I wanted to 2-turn him, I would have to give him 2 cards, and he would be drawing a card. Or I could just play these 2. Give him 1 card down to 21, and I'd have 23 on board for next turn. I mean, we have a lot of Skeevers in our deck now. But besides that, like, how do we handle this?
The forest will not suffer your presence. The forest will not suffer your presence.
I'm feeling lucky.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
Tighten the ranks. I'm feeling lucky.
Still needs to find more damage. Or a silence. Silence kills me now too. That's one thing that didn't kill me before, which is why giving him creatures that I can't answer is a risk.
To the fray!
Careful there, friend.
I'm not totally dead on board.
A little distraction might prove useful. The dead is mine!
Careful there, friend. Your blood will spill!
Something good. Oh, the daggers. The daggers, Bruma. It's the perfect card for the situation, and also the worst card for the situation at the same time. That's one downside to never having a hand.
All thumbs. There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Behold my power.
Yeah, we actually don't have a plan here.
It has been an
Damn.
engaging hunt.
At least we drew our Skeevers that time.
Fine display.
By the 8, they will meet their makers.
Your blood will spill!
So we got close that last game, and like theoretically we got close in the first game too. If we had drawn Skeevers on, like, if we had one on turn 3 through 5, and we could start snowballing them early, I think we easily win that game. A couple of the problems I noticed, well, basically the problem of the whole concept stems from just not having good enough card draw. I did like the way Vigilant Giant felt, so I think I would recommend keeping them in the deck. Cloud Rust obviously is a solid card, hard to go wrong there. I feel like Protector's probably worth it. If I were going to play this deck again, which I'm not, but if I were going to play this deck again, I would probably just consider taking out East March for something like more consistent. Maybe Rajini Highwayman, maybe? Pilfer Draw card. At least you don't have to give him a card to do so. It's super weak. So is Blood Pact Messenger, but that's another one that I was thinking about just now. There it is. Like, I don't think these cards are very good at all, but they fit a certain specific role that this deck just needs filled, and nothing really does that. If you're drawing cards on turn 8, that's great, you can find more Skeevers, but if you haven't had one by then, you're not really advancing your game plan. Besides that, never got any cool Mundus shenanigans. A lot of the cards are solid, it's just the win condition is hinging around drawing the first copy of, like, one of 3 of these. Maybe you're supposed to aggressively mulligan literally everything. It's not a Skeever infestation, but that can't be right. But overall, I think the concept's very cool. If we get some more good card draw for these colors, it's probably a lot better than it is currently. But I would mess around with the East March slot. Maybe you keep them in and play those and Blood Pact or those and Highwaymen. But I definitely think you need a bit more card draw. Healing's another thing that I was thinking about during the course of that last game, but I think I was thinking about it just because Royal Sage rolled charge and got me down really low, whereas otherwise, well, Royal Sage rolled a lot of things. I blame Royal Sage for a lot of my problems in life and in Legends, and I encourage you guys to do the same, because I wouldn't mind if that card got nerfed one day, to be honest. But healing, I mean, maybe it's right to take out Protector of the Innocent for Priest of the Moons, A lot of it was, well, in the first game against Mage, I think I played Bruma a bit early, but we were up against Mage, so we weren't necessarily going to need the heal. In that last game, we just unfortunately didn't get the healing at the right time. Maybe Pillaging Tribune, especially with the Vigilant Giants. If you go up to 3 of these, maybe you try Pillaging Tribune as well for some extra heal. These are just some ideas, but for starters, I like the look of this, except I would test and find something better to draw cards, maybe over East March. And again, Protector of the Innocent versus Priest of the Moons would require more testing, but I like the concept. Hopefully we get some more cards that enable us to be a bit more consistent in the future, maybe even in Heroes of Skyrim. But hopefully this helped. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching my thought process and some really interesting games with Skeever Crusader control on the Legend ladder. Didn't think I'd be able to say that in a video anytime soon, but hey, that's what the Deck Doctor series is all about. Showcasing cool builds, talking about replacements, seeing how things work, and hopefully learning a thing or two. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more Legends content every single day, from deck techs to deck doctors to gameplay videos. Follow my stream in the description, catch me live there, and make sure if you want to submit a deck for Deck Doctor, you do so on my Twitter is the best place to do so, although you can also probably leave a comment. I'll be talking in the description about how you should submit, but if you want to submit, I will do more of these in the future, so I'll try to keep it a regular thing. So if you want your deck potentially featured, feel free to submit it, and I'll see you guys next time.